you guys, for today's video I'm going to be showing you how to take some basic boring hairstyles and make them just a little bit more fun. I feel like everyone has like a basic ponytail, basic braids, things like that that you just do in your hair all the time. But I'm going to show you how to take those basic hairstyles and then make them just a little bit more fun. But don't worry, I'm not going to make it like too confusing or anything. I'm still going to keep the hairstyle simple, but just adding some simple things to make it a little bit more fun. Alrighty, so for the first hairstyle, we're going to be doing the basic ponytails. Okay, so this one is really fun because it adds a little bit of texture to like a basic high pony. So what you're going to start out by doing is leaving out the hair from kind of in front of your face. So I'm going to just part my hair, then make a section the hairline on one side and then the other side. And this shouldn't be super thick, no more than an inch thick, even if that. And then the rest of it you're just going to pull into a normal high ponytail. I'm going to pull it back. I'm not going to like use a brush or anything here because this ponytail is supposed to be like texturized and messy. So I'm just going to kind of like roughly pull my hair up to where I want it. Alright, and then I'm just going to secure my hair, and since my hair is curly right now, it is going to be a bit more texturized, but even if your hair is straight, this will still work. And I am adding a second ponytail. That's just because my hair is really thick. Even when it's short, it's just so heavy and it doesn't stay in the ponytail. But now, let down the front hairs and we're just going to kind of like twist these back and pin them. So then lastly, I'm just going to take a piece of hair and wrap it around everything on top and just pin that last piece of hair wrapped around in place, and you are done. Alrighty, next up we have the classic half up bun. There's a lot of ways to do a half up bun. You know, everyone has their own method. My method is generally pulling back the hair, like most of you probably do. And then once I get it where I want it, I make my half up bun. So I pull it till all the hair most of the hair is through and there's only like an inch of ends left. Then I loop it around, and then pull it all the way through. So I don't know if that made no sense whatsoever, but basically what I want you to do is make the half up bun that works for you. You can just loop it, do whatever you want. I love adding accessories to anything I own, and it's one of the easiest things you can do. So scrunchies, you could even do the bun with the scrunchie. You don't even have to add it on later. Just do the bun with the scrunchie or add it on later if you forgot like me. And there you go. I think this is absolutely adorable. It just adds like a quick little like, oh, that's fun, something different. Another thing that I absolutely love adding, you can also add like a scarf, but also there's the trusty snap clip. This is a little bit fancy for what I'm doing, but you know, you get the gist. You can snap it on right around here or something. Just make it a little bit fun. I love snap clips. That is probably the two easier ways. The next way is going to be a bit harder, but like not that much harder. We're going to do a little French braid. I know a lot of people can do French braids, but it's hard for them. We're only going to be braiding like 3 inches, so I have faith that you can do this. So what I want you to do is just start with like a smaller section. You don't have to go like tiny, but you know, kind of a smaller section. Up front, split it into 3, and then you're going to do the French braid. And then you can add in just kind of regular size sections. You don't have to go super small for this. And you're just going to braid on top of your head. And you don't have to section for this. I just want you to grab random sections because this is a messy bun. So we're just going to leave it messy. Alrighty, so then we're going to do that bun again that I showed you. Looping it through, looping it around, and then looping it through one more time. Okay, so this next hairstyle is the classic side braid, but since my hair is short, I'm just going to do like a little half up side braid and you kind of get the same feel. So for this one thing that I really enjoy to change up a basic side braid or braid in general is just to add a different kind of braid. Now I know a lot of you are like, wait Lydia, I can't braid at all. But sewing something simple like a rope braid is going to make it look so much more cool, and it's not a lot of work. So I have shown you how to do a rope braid so many times, and every time I'm like, it's so easy. So please try it out if you haven't done it before. But you're just gonna do it where you take the section of hair, whatever you're braiding, whether it's half up or all your hair, split it in two, twist both sections towards your face, and cross them over away. This is so simple. Do you see how simple this is? It's literally twisting your hair. You're just twisting, crossing. I'll go a little slower. Twist, cross. And then once you get to the end, obviously, secure it with an elastic. And there you go. It's just such a cool little detail that I feel like, especially if you had like a big side braid, oh my goodness, side rope braids are absolutely gorgeous. I loved doing them back when my hair was longer. Obviously my hair isn't long, but you can still play around with like half up side braid. It's just a little bit cooler than a basic braid. Alrighty, so then another way to make your braid a little more fun, I'm going to do a regular braid this time, but we're going to kind of fluff it up at the end. So I feel like forever, I always wanted to make my braids look nicer, but I didn't know how to pull them apart and make them bigger looking without just destroying the braid. So what I want you to do is braid, depending on how long your hair is. If your hair is like medium length, braid all the way down and then pull it apart. But if you're doing a half updo or your hair is really long, braid about halfway down your hair and then pull at each link of the braid. You can see I'm just going pull, 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 and then braid all the way down and secure it with an elastic. And then if you want to, you can just kind of go up the braid one more time and fluff, and that's it. This braid probably would have been like at least half the size if I hadn't pulled it apart. This is such a fun thing to do. All you do is just kind of like pull at it as you're braiding, and in the last half you don't pull it apart, and that way no flyaways come out. It's just so easy to do. And then if you like did it with a big long side braid, that would look gorgeous and like big and fluffy, or you could do it half up. Either way, it's just gonna make the braid just like so much prettier. And then one last thing, if you have like, if you're doing this with like all your hair, you could add a scrunchie or a scarf at the end of your braid, and that would be absolutely beautiful. Or if you have short hair, you can just pull it into a side ponytail. No, side ponies aren't like necessarily the rage now, but you kind of get the idea. If you had like a braid and then secured it with a scrunchie at the end, I love that look. And then just make sure to like pull out some pieces on the other side. It'll be adorable. Okay, so now for the last hairstyle, we're gonna do just a classic half updo. I'm sure everyone has done this half updo at least once in their life, where you take a section of hair from either side, either you just pull it back or you twist it back, and then you just secure it with an elastic at the back, and then you do something with it. Like, we've all done that, I feel like, at least once. So here are some ways to make it just a little bit more fun. So I'm gonna stick to the twists because it's easy. So you're gonna grab a section from the front, and the first thing you can do to make it a little more fun is just to leave out some hair in the front. If you feel like that's just gonna get in your way, you don't have to leave it out, but I kind of like doing it. But then I'm just gonna twist both sections back and secure it in the back with an elastic. Okay, so then to make this a bit more fun, I want you to just go to the twist and pull out just little hairs, and you're gonna fluff it up and make it just look gorgeous. This will just elevate it just so much more, from like kind of boring and basic to like super pretty. You can also just kind of loosen it up and make it a little bit lower on your head, and that way it just kind of looks nicer overall. And already just this basic hairstyle is like absolutely gorgeous. And then from here, there's like 1.5 million places you could go. You can take a section like this and braid it all the way down. You could take a section like this and make a little bun. You can add a snap clip. I think what I'm going to do, which is one of the easier options, is just take a section from around your elastic. It doesn't have to be that big. It's actually a little bit bigger than I wanted, but oh well. And then you're just going to secure it, and I'm going to make a little bun by looping it. Okay, so that was looking weird, so I'm actually just going to wrap it into a bun, because the first way just looked a little bit odd to me. And then I'm going to pin it in place. And then from here, you can always pin down any baby hairs Although sometimes leaving baby hairs can actually look really cute, so it just depends on what you want. But with that being said, I think that's it for the hairstyle. There you go. This is absolutely adorable. Also, one thing I want to mention, like, yeah, I have curly hair, so it does kind of add to the hairstyles, but I've done all these hairstyles on my naturally straight hair, and it looks absolutely adorable either way, so don't feel like, oh, I have to curl my hair just for this. You can totally do this with whatever natural texture you have in your hair. Alrighty guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you found something helpful in here. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next Friday for another video. Bye!